Hey besties, I'm Jeannie and welcome back to my channel, the place where you get bookish love and a whole lot of random. In today's video, I'm bringing sexy back. Justin, relax. Let's leave that for the summertime. What I am bringing you is my May TBR. Book number 1, Groundbreaker by Victoria Aveyard. I have so many exciting journeys that I'm going on this month. I thought I'd first start off with the Black Heretics Book Club pick for the month of May, which is going to be Groundbreaker by Victoria Aveyard. Something like that. So my Black Heretics and I are going to be taking this journey with Colleen, who happens to find out that she is the last of an ancient lineage with the power to save the world from destruction. Then enter the villainous villain of all villains, who would burn kingdoms to the ground, who has a badass army to back him up. With poison in his heart and a stolen sword in his hand, he will stop at nothing, and only Colleen can stop him. Alongside reluctant allies, Colleen is kind of like on this desperate journey with an impossible task, with untold magic in her blood and the fate of the world on her shoulders. Like, what? This book sounds like everything I want at the moment, and I am ready for it. I am ready for this epic journey with like this bandit of unlikely allies, and I hear that there's like witches and misfits and like what else was it? I forgot the other thing. Hunters, I think. Oh, assassins. It's gonna be like a wonderful time, and I am here for it. Book number 2, The Beauty That Remains by Ashley Woodfolk. Okay, so now you're going to probably hear a sound over here because Milo, as usual, decides I want to play with my toy. Sorry about that. The next book on my May TBR is a book chosen from my TBR Knockout Challenge, which, if you have not checked out this video, I will have it linked up above and down below. So the random number generator chose number 96, which is The Beauty That Remains by Ashley Woodfolk. In this one, I'll be meeting Autumn, Shay, and Logan, who all share a passion for music. However, when tragedy strikes each of them, somehow music is no longer enough. Death wants to tear them apart. Logan can't stop watching vlogs of his dead ex-boyfriend, and Shay is a music vlogger who seems to be struggling, and Autumn sends messages that she knows can never be answered. Despite all that they are going through, music finds a way of reuniting them and proves that after grief, beauty thrives in the people left behind. Book number 3, Dr. Sleep by Stephen King. So the next book from my TBR Knockout Challenge is Dr. Sleep by Stephen King. And this was actually book number 51 on my bookshelf. So if you're like me, you probably wasn't even aware that The Shining has a sequel. I know, right? Like, who would have thought? Yes, besties. I am reuniting with Danny Torrance and seeing how he's doing after the terrifying events that took place in the Overlook Hotel in The Shining.
Here's Johnny.
As we could kind of expect, Danny is all grown up, and at the moment he is working in a nursing home where he's putting his shining power to use by helping people pass on. While he's there, he meets Abra Stone, a young girl with this like massive shine power. Abra's gifts seem to be attracting this tribe of paranormal that are thirsty for this steam that children like her with that massive like shine power produce. Now Dan must confront his old demons as he battles for Abra's soul and survival. So guys, I am super excited to be back in this world. Like I said in the beginning, I was not aware that Dr. Sleep was the sequel to The Shining. And I'm just like, wow, it's going to be so much fun to see what happens to Danny, how he's doing, and now, come to find out, what's up with this girl, Abra? Book number 4, Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. Another book I'm excited to read this month is Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. So I'll be taking a journey back in time where I'll be following a Korean family through the generations beginning in the early 1900s Korea. While I'm there, I'll be meeting Sunja, a prized daughter of a poor yet proud family whose unplanned pregnancy threatens to kind of like shame them all. Sunja kind of got deserted by her lover. You know, he was like, nah, peace out, bye-bye. This young minister happens to offer, you know, her marriage and to bring her to Japan. While Sunja and her family are in Japan, they start enduring like harsh discrimination, catastrophes, and poverty. They also encounter joy in the midst of all of that. And through desperate struggles, they are bound together as their family faces like enduring questions of faith, family, and identity. In case you are not aware, May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. I feel like my accent kind of makes me say island. Anyways, AAPI Heritage Month is observed in the United States during the month of May and recognizes the contributions and influences of Asian Americans and Pacific Island Americans to the history and culture and achievements that they have made. I'm sorry, you guys. It was so hard for me to kind of like try to remember that. But I think I got it. I wanted to recognize and share my love for these beautiful cultures in some way. So I decided to pick up a book written by an Asian author and that takes place in an Asian country. I felt that Pachinko was the perfect book to read, and I'm excited to travel to Korea and Japan with Sunja and her family. Book number 5, November 9 by Colleen Hoover. So in this one, I'll be meeting Fallon and Ben, who happen to meet the day before Fallon is supposed to move across the country. Their untimely attraction for each other kind of leads them to spend that last day that Fallon's in LA together. So over time, as they continue to live their separate lives, they continue to meet on the same day every year until one day Fallon starts to kind of like question whether Ben is truthful or being dishonest for the sake of the ultimate plot. This is actually going to be my first Colleen Hoover read, and I'm pretty excited because I was recommended to either start off with November 9 or Ugly Love, and of course I had to go with November 9 because that's the one that I have. So yeah, and this one sounds pretty interesting, so I can't wait to dive in and see what's going on between Fallon and Ben, and if he is just being dishonest or if he's actually truthful. Book number 6, Caraval by Stephanie Garber. So now I'm going on a journey to this tiny island where I'll be meeting Scarlett, who happens to live with her sister Tella and her powerful and cruel father. Scarlett's father has the audacity to kind of like put a damper on her dreams of seeing Caraval and like going there by arranging a marriage. But lucky for her, Scarlett finally gets that invitation that she's been waiting for And it just so happens that it's a ticket to Caraval. With the help of mysterious sailor, Tella whisked Scarlet away to the show. But plot twist, Tella is actually kidnapped by Caraval's mastermind, organizer, legend. Scarlet then becomes enmeshed in this game of love, heartbreak, and magic, and she doesn't even know if Caraval is real or not. So she must make sure that she finds her sister or risk losing her
forever.
So guys, what I will say is that I've had this book on my shelf and on my TBR forever. It's part of my TBR knockout challenge too, and it just so happens to be that I'm going to buddy read it with my bestie. So it makes it even better, and I am excited to dive into this world of Caraval now. What I'm kind of like about is that, one, it's a book that's very hyped, and if you've seen my videos, you know that a lot of times books that's very hyped doesn't really go as planned for me. It's not hyped for me, in my opinion. So I guess we shall see how I feel about it next month, right? And secondly, it's an older book, and I recently came to find out that older books also, well, older YA books also is not my cup of tea. So I guess we shall see. Stay tuned for that wrap up. With all that said, let me know down below how many books you're planning to read this month. Have you read any of the books that I suggested? Well, not that I suggested, that I'm reading. And what are your thoughts on them? No spoilers, remember that. If you love the vibes I'm bringing in my video, and if you enjoyed them, please consider subscribing. That helps my channel so much, and it helps inspire me to create all this fun random content for you. And if you love to support me further, join my Patreon. We're in the shadow fold, and we like to have a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun in there. Check us out. And if you made it this far in the video, leave this emoji. And if you haven't already, check out this video right here. It might be something that you would like. And as usual, guys, I love you so much. Always remember to sprinkle a little love and kindness everywhere you go. And until next time, see you in my next video. Bye.